Good morning, Bookie Monsters. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bookie Monsters. My name is PK. We are here to look at new releases this week. Here's the news and books. These are the new releases. Today we're looking at, or starting with, Cozy Mysteries. That one is a huge one each week, so this won't be the only day we'll be looking at Cozy Mysteries. It is Monday, October the 30th, Halloween Eve, All Hallows Eve. Or if you are celebrating other cultures, it is also Day of the Dead, is also Samhain. Um, lots of cultures have celebrated this day. Mary said, "Good morning, happy Monday." Very foggy here this morning. Can hardly see across the street. Wow. Of course, it was almost 90. Wow. Yesterday and today's cooler. So wow. Well, we are getting back to warmer again. Saturday morning it was 5. But yesterday we were I think we got to the lower 30s. Today we're supposed to get into the higher 30s and maybe hit 40. And then all this week we're supposed to be in the 40s. But it's weird though. The snow is melting and the grass is green. I mean, it's just weird. Good morning, Cajun. Last of my days off. Oh, enjoy it. It was 83 here yesterday, and tomorrow the high is gonna be 56. Yeah, it's coming your way. It's coming. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Mary, did you have a show? I can't remember. Um, I read. Let's see. Let's turn this off. I'm currently reading or listening to the audiobook of Legend of Coronaire. That's the first in a science fiction series. And I started to read last night A Regimental Murder by Ashley Gardner. That's second in series. I've been trying to read that series forever and ever. And then isn't it weird? Just suddenly something goes, okay, now's the time to read it. Oh my gosh. But I finished. What did I finish? Murder at the Mill by Irina Shapiro. That was third in that historical mystery series. I gave it about a 3.5. And then also on Saturday, I finished The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. I gave that 5 stars. So I had a good reading weekend. All right, I'm going to close that tab, but let's get into what's coming out this week. Let's close that tab. Okay. We did have a show. Okay, it wasn't great. It was hot. Wow. I know that Randy was having a show this weekend. It was going to be cold. So you guys are on the opposite ends of the spectrum. All right. So these actually came out a few days ago. Let's look at the covers at least. And because I know there's a lot this week as well, but there's Murder at the Bonfire by Penny Blackwell, first in the Cherrywood series. All right, fine. Look at it. That's a full-blown book. Murder at the Bonfire. Guy Fawkes Night. Well, hey, that one's very seasonal. November 5th. When it's announced that the hotly anticipated Benny for the Guy trail will have a celebrity judge, former DJ Screaming Aid Adams, competition steps up among the villagers. But as everyone gathers for the main event, Aid is found dead atop the bonfire, with 3 mysterious tarot cards in his pocket, and barmaid and part-time sleuth Tess Feather suspects foul play. Why would anyone in Cherrywood want the retired disc jockey dead? And could there be a connection to a recently retired villager, Tess's estranged brother, Mikey? If you're looking for seasonal, can't get much seasonal than that. We started a Tony Flerman. This one is a Southeast Asia story. Didn't know he wrote exactly anything other than the Southwest mysteries. An eye-opener, Vietnam, Cambodia, etc. End of the Vietnam War. Wow. I imagine he was probably there. Murder at the Sphinx by Josephine Brooks, first in a series. A May Fitzgerald is the bee's knees, cozy mystery. But they're also saying November 25th, so that is wrong. Well, again, well, fine. Day of the wed. Since we're coming up for that tomorrow. By Laura Durham. A Mexican getaway means sun, sand, margaritas, and murder. Who knew someone would take the Day of the Dead holiday so literally? Society wedding planner Annabelle Archer and her team are in Mexico to celebrate Assistant Kate's bachelorette weekend, which means there are no brides to worry about and no drama, except for the elaborate skeleton brides for the Day of the Dead celebrations and the fact that Annabelle's best friend, Richard, and hairstylist to the bottle blondes, Fern, are drama magnets. At least they won't have to deal with dead bodies. Or will they? When a fellow American turns up dead and dressed like a Dia de los Muertos bride, Annabelle and her quirky team are sucked into another murder investigation. But this time, there's no DC police detective to save them when things go south of the border. Can Annabelle and her crew discover the killer before they join the land of the dead permanently? So again, if you're looking for something very seasonal, Ghosts in the Garden, A Magic in Paranormal Mysteries, number 3 by Danielle Garrett. Another Tanya Kappas. It's not a week without a Tanya Kappas in her Campers and Criminals series. Witness Woods and Wedding, number 33. Southern Hospitality with a smidgen of homicide. Welcome to Normal, where nothing is normal. In the heart of the charming town of Normal, Kentucky, Mae West has patiently waited her wedding day to Hank Sharp. Spoiler. Friends and family gather. The crisp autumn air carries the scent of fallen leaves, and laughter dances through the coffee. Oh my goodness, through the warm southern breeze. Everything is set for a picture-perfect day, a celebration of love in a town nestled by the serene Daniel Boone National Forest. But in the South, they say mishaps at weddings are like rain in April, unexpected but not unusual. Just as May is about to say her vows, a bolt of lightning struck. The news hit like a tornado. Literally, a young girl has been murdered, and a tornado has touched through the town, turning everything upside down, including the carefully laid wedding plans. Well, that will ruin your wedding day. Read Annabelle Archer years ago. Well, there you go. I can't imagine writing 33 books with the same characters. My hat is off to her. Oh, yeah, try J.D. Robb, a.k.a. Nora Roberts. That one's in the upper 50s, her In Death series, which are fabulous. Highly recommend. The first one, you do have to read the first one, but that one is the most romantic of them. They are very much police procedurals. Owl Out of Magic, number 14 by Leanne Leeds. October 19th. Take a look. We're moving on. Death at Westminster. First in London series. October 14th. Kindle Unlimited, though. Diana Bakewell is London's savviest and best connected tour guide. As the lead guide at Chartwell and Crouch Tours, she's busy teaching her young assistant, Zaf, the ropes alongside dealing with company politics and her slimy boss. In her spare time, she's helping Zaf find his feet in London and coming to terms with the fact that a tabby cat called Gus has stowed away on her vintage tour bus. But when Diana and Zaf take a group of students on a tour of the Houses of Parliament and an MP's researcher dies, Diana suspects all is not as it seems. The police are at a loss. They interview witnesses, including Diana's tour group, but seemed to be getting nowhere. Diana, however, was on the scene. She witnessed people's reactions when the young woman died and knows that there's a link between her group and the murder. Can Diana solve the crime and ensure justice is done while keeping her tour group under control around London and protecting Chartwell and Crouch's tour reputation? Sounds cute, especially if you're looking for a mature sleuth. Passion for Poison by T.E. Scott, six in series of The Wronged Women's Cooperative. At the Autumn Festival in Invergriff, a celebrity cook-off goes horribly wrong when one of the celebrities is poisoned, but not everything is as it seems, and the ladies of the Wrong Women's Cooperative are soon involved when one of their members crosses paths with the local police force. A puzzle to solve, bad guys to apprehend, and a menagerie of children to manage, all in a day's work for these stressed-out moms. Can't look at that one. You love to agree. There you go. Death on Display. This one says November 23rd. Well, this site is just going all over the place, aren't they? Death on Board. Anita Davison. Okay. New York, 1900. Young Governess. Oh, this is by Anita Davison. First in the Flora McGuire series. Young Governess Flora McGuire is on her way home from America on the maiden voyage of the SS Minneapolis with her young charge Eddie Viscount Trent when she discovers a dead body. Unconvinced when the death is pronounced an accident, Flora starts asking questions, but following threats, a near drowning, and a second murder, the hunt is on for a killer. Time is running out as the Minneapolis approaches the English coast. Will Flora be able to protect Eddie as well as herself? As her burgeoning relationship with the handsome Bunny Harrington, only a shipboard dalliance or something more? And what secrets must Flora keep in order to stay safe? Okay. Welcome to Shademire. And that one's coming out in November. They keep trying to sneak in these things. Good morning, Rebecca. Mary is Finding Moon by Mary. Yes. Awesome. We're just trying to find the actual books that are released this week. We could just go up to, like this week. Well, we hadn't looked at those, but still, here's the ones for tomorrow. Clam Artist by Gretchen Allen. Ninth season sleuth cozy mystery. It's only 73 pages. Take a look at the cover because we're going to be moving on. Anything under 100 pages, we don't do. Acknowledge and move on. Murder in a French Village by Maren Allingham. 7th in series. Let's double check the date. October 30th. Yes, this is out today. Jack is stunned to receive a call from his estranged mother, Sybil, asking him to drop everything and come to France. Well, Of course you do. Together with Flora, his fellow sleuth, they pack their suitcases, dreaming of fragrant lavender fields and freshly baked pain au chocolat. But only when they arrive that they but it's only when they arrive that they discover the shocking truth. Sybil's friend was killed on a street in Paris, and she is desperate for their help. The case leads them to a picturesque village in the south of France where life should be rosé, but even the bright blue skies can't hide the fact that something is very wrong. And the mystery only deepens when Flora discovers that Sybil was, in fact, the intended target. Who would want her out of the way? Perhaps Sybil's relationship with wealthy Italian Count Massimo Falcone has something to do with it. His darling daughter Allegra, ruthless business partner Pascal, and his jealous, estranged wife Isabella all have reasons for revenge. Rooms and Burglars by Diane Harmon, third in the Clean Sweep Mysteries, Cozy Mysteries. 190 pages. In the charming town of Alma, Kansas, house cleaner and single mother Jane unexpectedly becomes the go-to person for solving a string of perplexing burglaries menacing local businesses. Balancing demands of parenting, a budding romance with several smitten suitors, and an enigmatic treasure hunt that tantalizingly weaves through her home and beloved town, Jane exhibits an extraordinary knack for mystery and adventure. With her children Libby and Tyson at her side, she boldly navigates through clues, secrets, and potential heartbreak, embodying the unexpected hero every small town needs. So yes, that's the title. I'm about 50 pages in and like it so far, but then I love Tony Norman. Yes, me too. Haven't gotten to the ones his daughter has written. Interested to see how she writes. Yeah, I haven't I haven't read those. The Ghost and the Twins, Bobby Holmes. That sounds like a middle grade. Whoa. Ah, I shouldn't be driving things, apparently. Well, that's the website we're on, in case you were interested. That was probably operator error, although I'm afraid to click on it now. Fine, we'll go to this one. It's a sign. A Taste to Die For by Richard Houston. Ninth in Books to Die For. Jake Martin's dog Fred discovers the remains of some paddlefish poached for their eggs. Thus begins another murder mystery where the trio of amateur sleuths, Jake, his 70-year-old neighbor Bonnie, and Fred, embark on a journey to find a killer or killers who may be involved in the illegal purchase of caviar. And a cute little doggy. Slip and Fall by Holly Jacobs. A very pink cover. It is Monday. Well, it's going to be a good Monday because we have a service manager starting. Cross your fingers for that. We haven't had a service manager since February. Slip and Fall by Holly Jacobs, a Harry's Pottery mystery book, second in series. Harry's solved the mystery of a dead body in her kiln. All this Potter wants to do is get back to her studio, back to the life she's built, and back to her budding romance with attorney Micah McCain. Then a customer slips and falls and ends up dead. Looks like, speaking of workers' comp, looks like Erie, Pennsylvania small business owner and budding sleuth is back on the case. Can Harry juggle friends, family, and solve a murder for a second time? I bet she can. I bet she'll continue to do so. To Sketch a Killer, can't click on that. Christmas Murder and Hyannis by Andrea Kress. That came out in September. Foul Play by Kieran McInerney. Ninth in the Dewberry Farm series. Looks like Kindle Unlimited. Coming out in November. Oh. Now they're just playing with us. This one's okay. Double Cross Dead by Lynn Morrison, fourth in the Dora and Rex 1920s mysteries. An enemy lurks in the prince's inner circle. He'll do anything to escape justice, even commit murder. England, 1923. Love is in the air and all eyes are on Windsor Castle, where the royal family is celebrating a new royal engagement. When party invitations are sent to only an elite few, Dora and Rex's invite comes with strings attached. There's a traitor hiding within the prince's inner circle. Dora and Rex, England's preeminent undercover spy team, are assigned to uncover the turncoat. Their sole lead is a tip from an anonymous informant. To get the clue, they must meet him privately during the engagement bash. But when they show up at the secret rendezvous, instead of a clue, they find a dead body and Rex's best friend Clark holding the murder weapon. Has Clark turned traitor, or was he framed? Can Dora and Rex work double time to clear their friend's name and identify the real killer before Scotland Yard's leading investigator puts Clark away for life? Sometimes covers make you say, this one does. Good morning, Deborah. That's okay. Never late. Mary says, hooray, patience pays off. Oh, yeah, I hope he does too. The weird thing is that, hang on, coffee's required. I don't know if you guys knew, but if I'd mentioned it before, Steve and I, um, we met. He, multitasking. Um, Steve and I graduated high school together, the same school, the same year, but we didn't know each other. We met 10 years later. And this guy who is starting today also graduated with us, and we didn't know him. So, and our class was the smallest for that time period. We had 535 in our class, which was small compared to previous years. Previous years had 700. But yeah, I'm hoping. I think he's going to be okay. We're still iffy on our sales personnel, but we'll see about that. But at present, we'll have a full house, and maybe I can get my own work done. Imagine that. All right, to everybody, thank you so much for watching. Or if you're watching on a replay, thank you very much for that. No sprints tonight, but sprints tomorrow night. It is Halloween tomorrow, and we are doing sprints. We decided. So at 6:05 Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern, we will be doing our regular sprints for 2.5 hours. I'm not sure we had 500 people in our whole high school. Well, Billings is the biggest town in Montana, and back then in the 80s, there were only 3 high schools. They've added a couple more since then. But yeah, we only had that many, and it was grades 7 through 12, and the class was 90 strong. Awesome. And the biggest ones they had. That is great. I sometimes wish we were smaller, but we were 535 in our class. My sister was, when she graduated in 80, she had 700 something in her class. And they talk about overcrowding. I mean, seriously, people. Didn't complain about it. Just went there to learn. Alright, so no sprints tonight. Tomorrow we'll be back at 6 a.m., 8 a.m. Eastern, and we'll be looking at regular mysteries. And then sprints at 6:05 are as close as I can get there, but I don't think there'll be any problem. It's supposed to be in the 40s, so driving won't be a problem. And meantime, have a good Monday. Stay safe, be happy, stay hydrated, drink lots of coffee, all that good stuff. And remember that it's okay to set a book down if you're not enjoying it. Reading is supposed to be enjoyable, and you get good person points if you're reading something you're not liking. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom 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 nom. God bless everybody.